Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Disastrous Life of Saiki episode number 22. Okay, like I said in the previous episode, I will be reacting to it this week as well. It'll be one episode. So next week onwards, I'll be back with my 2 episodes upload. Alright, the previous episode we met Saiki's brother. We got to know about him previously, but we actually met him officially. Saiki's brother. Oh wait, what was his name? Kusuke. Yeah, Kusuke. And something happened. Saiki's the thing kind of broke, and he's the one who actually made the mind the power reducing thing. So that's why they go to I think where did they go? I think, was it America or was it England? Oh no, I think it was London. Yeah, London. Yeah, they went to London where he is, and to meet him and see how to mend that thing, to repair that thing. And we meet him and we actually understand what his thing is. He's a genius. He's extremely intelligent. He has security cameras all under his grasp and everything. You can see everywhere, all that type of a thing. And not only that, he when he was born, everyone kind of paid attention to him. But as soon as Saiki came, he saw how everyone shifted their attention to Saiki, because he was even his psychic power was even more stronger. And he just left because of that. He just left and decided to go to London and go on his own path. And that's why apparently both of them did not like each other. But by the end of it, they kind of they kind of do a little tag game, and Saiki, he, with his intelligence, he was able to kind of corner Saiki to for a certain section, and was almost going to win. But by the end of it, Saiki won by using that same technology against him. The whole thing with the GPS and the height, he used that for his advantage, and he lost. And in the end, we get to see that it's not that he doesn't like him and all. It's just that he likes losing. It's like a masochist or something, and that type of a thing. I'm like, okay, well, yeah. So there you go. That was that. And then in the end, there was a little section with the art museum part, where they go and we can see how art it's in different people's eyes. Art has different value and stuff like that. It was kind of shown in a kind of a funny comedic way, that art, it's different, and different people's tastes. And some people might like one art and they'll be like, oh, this is priceless, while some other person might not like it and they'll be like, oh no, that one is priceless, that type of a thing. So yeah, all right, let us begin. This is episode number 22. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. We've still not met this guy, or did we? No, I don't think in the first part we have met him. The one with the gold bars in the hand. Okay, disaster before summer break. Occult club training camp. Okay, training camp of an occult club. Wow, look at that. uh, oh, no, he can just teleport. Or he can just walk. There you go. Yes. Number seven. Um, the cancer one. Yeah. Exactly. That's true. Oh, number three. Yeah. No. Oh. Oh my. Oh, okay. That's a good one. When is number one going to come? Which is Nendo? He's not even a part of the. Oh my god. Oh, this girl. Yeah, that's true. Oh my god. Number four. Tokyo Universal Land. Oh no. Yo, God is on her side. God is on her side. That's true. Everyone's going to. It's the rule of the world. You know what? Just run away before she shares anything. Oh, chance. Ah, my god. Oh boy. Oh no. Stop. Oh, stop. No. Wow. What is happening? Oh no. I feel like Teruhashi is going to come after this. Teruhashi. His mom. Wait, why is everyone here? Oh, they're also part of the group. I forgot. Yeah, it is. What's. Oh god. Okay. Oh, it's midnight. Oh. Wait, so Saiki will be all alone? I guess that's what he wants. That's what he would prefer. Like I said. Well, obviously, that's all a setup. But he would also prefer to be alone. Oh no. How? Oh no. Ah! Oh my god. Uh, oh yeah, that's the yeah. This girl. Yeah. Newborn chick. Yup, exactly. Oh my god. Oh my god. Depends. He's going to run. I feel like he's going to run. Well, there you go. So all the delusions broken now. Completely disappeared. Second week. Ah, Ninda's here. Yeah. Wait. Ah, yes. Yeah. He's like, I'll do 100. Yep. Wow. Oh, let's see. Ooh. Oh, that's the after image. That's the after image. Ordinary person. Wow. Okay. Oh boy. Clinical testing job. Oh no. No, stop. Then we have to lose. Oh, then that even okay. You know what? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hopefully. Yes. Oh no, it's gonna come back somehow. It's gonna. Oh. Wow. That's Mera. Oh my god. She ate some weird mushroom. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god. And Yes, thank you, Nando. Hey, what the hell is that? That doesn't look. Oh my god. No, it won't. Okay. Alright, alright. No, but what was that person? Wait, she. Wait, what the? Wait, oh my god. Yeah, oh, but that's Saiki, so. Y- yeah. Oh my god. Oh no. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that's because he's doing it. Well, this pill has a lot in problems. What about the others? Oh, nice. Chocobo. Yeah. No, wait, what? Yeah. Placebo. Oh my. Yeah, what's happening? Dark Union. Oh, that's why. Makes sense. Wow. Then Psyche's all that. Who? Mike? BKB. Ah. uh, oh wow. Wow. Yes. Go. What the? Connect the dots to red light. He has not studied at all. Wait. Oh no. Wait, you can't even see his. Oh. What the hell is this? He did it. Yes. What? Wow. Oh. Yes. Mera. Oh, here we go. The final part. The date with Teravashi. But for me, yeah. Oh, he's actually dressed. Oh no, Yuta's here. Yeah, that's Yuta. Child department. Oh, yeah. Exactly, everyone's following them. Look at them. What is happening? Where? Oh, oh, the hero show. Yes. Well, I feel like. Wow. Uh, it's going to grab someone, probably Teruhashi. Oh no. Uh, wow. Wait, did he? Oh my god. He pushed her in. Okay, oh my god. Oh, oh, Spider-Man is. Wait, no, who? Yo, everyone is. And there he is. You're late, dude. Yes. I feel like the. Yeah, he'll fight back. Oh my god. Who? Oh my god. Spider-Man 2. Yeah. Wow. He's gonna push him in. They even brought the dress. Spider-Man 2. Yeah. Original cider kick. Oh wait, that's it. Okay. Wow, that was fun. Okay. Oh boy, I cannot. That part was too funny. The whole part with the motorbike instructor, like the BKB, he was just, and his voice especially is so funny. I remember hearing his voice before. I think the voice actor who did his voice um was from Odd Taxi. There's a character in Odd Taxi who has, like, the same voice actor. I don't remember which character it was, but yeah, I think was it one of the Homo sapiens? I think so. Yeah, one of them. No, no, it was not one of the Homo sapiens. It was that guy, the one who raps. I'm talking about Odd Taxi. The gangster who raps. I forgot his name. Like that voice, I feel like in anime the voices are kind of exaggerated all the time. I feel like that voice is like one of the most normal voice I've ever heard. Like, people actually normally talking. That's it. Okay, like I've seen this, like, in anime, the way they kind of, like, talk and voice act, it's kind of a little bit, a little bit, like, it has like a, what kind of a quality to it, kind of a, like, a thing which makes you feel excited or something like that. I don't know how they do that, but if you've actually heard, a Japanese conversation, people normally talking, like two people just normally talking in Japanese, it's way different than voice acting. Like, I've heard of, like, I've heard it, like, in normal, when people talk normally in Japanese, it's way different. And I feel like the BKB guy, his voice is kind of like that, like, the normal Japanese conversation, that type of a voice he has. So yeah, that's why I was like, oh yeah, that's I remembered him, from Odd Taxi. Anyways, this episode we begin with oh, the summer vacation is going to start, and I love the fact how Saiki at the beginning was actually planning on ditching everyone, like all the problems or nuisances he has, like 1 to 8, yeah, 8 of them. He was planning that, what, all of them I'm going to ditch them, I'll just make some excuse, and somehow I'll somehow, like, kind of dodge everything. And in comes Kuboyasu and what's his name, Kaido. Now wait a minute, I think the numbering that he did is by the, he arranged them according to the way that he met them. Yeah, number 1 is Nendo, then Kaido, then Hiro, then Teruhashi, yeah, then Reita, then Yumeha, yeah, then Mera, then Kubeyasu. Yep, he actually numbered them according to the way he met them. So in comes first comes Kubeyasu and Kaido, and they're like, oh, let's go and take, like, a motorbike, like, license and everything. And he's like, no, like, and he's thinking, like, obviously I can just walk. So he's like, no, like, I don't have enough money for it. And they're like, okay, understandable. They go on their own way. And I was not able to actually connect the dots, but the way everything went was kind of one, like, dependent on the other. Like, in the end, I realized that when everything came back, like, first he said he don't have enough money. The next one who came was Mera, who needed money. And he's like, oh, let's go, like, do a part-time job in the summer break and all that. And he's like, if you don't go, like, they'll cancel it, this and that. And then she's talking about the whole, medicine testing thing, the drug testing thing that, like, they'll do. And at first he's like, okay, where is that? What did he say to her? Just a sec. It's far, I'll use that. Oh, okay, it's far, that's what he said. It's like, oh, it's far, then I'll, like, I'll decline it. And he said that, and Mera went away. So this time the excuse was far. First it was money, and that same money, like, Mera needed. He tried to avoid her by saying like it's far. Next comes in Hyro, and he's like, oh, can we can we go to the the camp, summer club camp or whatever? And he's like, yeah, like in 1 week it's fully packed, let's do it. And Saiki is like, no, he came up with the excuse of, oh, it's like I have another club that I have commitments to, that is the occult club, so yeah, I cannot do that. That's the excuse he comes up with. And Hyro's like, fine, okay. He goes on his own way. Now obviously in comes the person in question, that is Reta. He's like, oh, dude, come in, let's go to the club, whatever club, what do you call it, the camp or whatever. And yeah, this Arisu, that girl that he met, obviously the whole suspension bridge effect, he's still in the delusion of seeing herself in a completely new light. And he's like, oh, that's why, let's go. And Saiki's like, no, I cannot, and just leaves. And while all of this was happening, it all comes back. Oh no, then comes Teruhashi, with the amusement park ticket, and he saves himself by kind of hanging on the ledge. Teruhashi finds him out, and it's so funny how each and every time somehow God makes it as if no problem it comes in front of the Teruhashi. She's really loved by God, and our ticket almost flies away, and he sees Saiki there. Saiki has been found out, and since Saiki cannot directly say no because it is Teruhashi we're talking about, and that's not how it goes. Saiki himself probably knows that, oh, this girl is loved by God. If I try to do something like that, God will probably strike me. And not only that, I'm pretty sure he feels like if he declines or something, directly says that, it'll be a bigger problem, because everyone, all the Teruhashi fan club and everyone is just going to be on his case, and he feels it's probably even more annoying than Teruhashi declining Teruhashi's plan. So I'm guessing that's also another reason why he doesn't want to decline. So there you go, he's like, I cannot decline, so he just brought everyone in here, which is the part where he made a big mistake. Everyone means everyone came here, and even all these everyone who he just dismissed by just somehow giving excuses. So Hyro, Kaido, what's his name, Kuboyasu, Reita, everyone's here. And as always, Reita is just saying oh, come on, let's go to the training camp. And Hyro and everyone's there, and they're like, wait, aren't you going? And he's like, oh my god, I'm screwed. And he's like, yeah, let's go. And he says the first and the second. As soon as they hear it, Hyro is like, oh, first and the second. So yeah, our camp is a lot later than that for 1 week. So there you go, you'll be coming. And just leaves. And he says the place where they're going to meet, and that place is quite far away. Coincidentally, Mera's testing, the whole medicine testing, is over there. And she's like, oh, you're going there, it's not far, that means you will be there. So there you go, come with me on this day. And she leaves. and Kaido and Kuboyasu, they come in and they're like, wait, so you don't have any more money problem because you're doing a part-time job. There you go, let's get a motorcycle license. And every day is packed except the final day, which obviously Teruhashi called in later on, and he was like, yeah, let's go on that day. So each and every day is packed. Now I do think that it's kind of fun to have friends and kind of go around with friends, but I feel like there is a requirement to at least have 2 to 5 days at least for yourself, on your own. So yeah, I feel bad for Saiki, at least in usually I'm like, yeah, it's fine, it's friends, have fun with friends. But at least 2 or 3 days, I feel like it's at least in a span of 1 month, it's at least required for a certain person to be alone and do his own thing and keep it for himself for 2 to 3 days. So yeah, I actually feel bad for him this time. But anyways, the first one is obviously the occult club trip or whatever. And for a moment I actually forgot that even Yumehara and Kaido was there. Yeah, Kaido was also part of the group. So yeah, they're also there and they're trying to kind of cheer each other out on the whole thing. And all right, so the, what do you call it, the courage, the test of courage, yeah, that's what you call it. That was the one of the things that they were going to do. So there was like an odd number of people, 5. So obviously they're going to try to team up as Aris and Kuboya, no, sorry, not Kuboya, Reita and Yumehara and Kaido. So there you go. So obviously both Kaido and Arisu were like, no, I'm going with Saiki because yeah, you people, like, like obviously Kaido prefers Saiki more because like he's kind of nervous in going along with the girl, and Arisu is like, oh, you feel like, it feels like you won't be like Reita won't be what did she say? You won't be dependable, I think that's what he said. Yeah, and a weakling or something, which, you know what, I actually think that she was correct by the end of it, because as in the end we see Reita just runs away, yeah. Anyways, they do the whole straw pulling thing, like the stick pulling thing, that type of a thing where they're going to divide themselves into teams. And obviously Saiki wants to be alone, so that's why he was like, yeah, let me just do what they think, like what they want to do. I prefer to be alone. So at first he was doing it all fine and everything, but like giving everyone, Saiki chose the one that Reita wanted, and Reita, Arisu chose, not Arisu, sorry, what's her name? Yumehara chose the one that Reita wanted, and it was going all according to plan. In the end, seeing how smug he is, Saiki is like, you know what, let me just mess it up a little bit, and he messes it up, and the teams change. Obviously Saiki is alone, he wouldn't go with anyone, because he wants to be alone. He just kind of interchanged the team with Kaido and Arisu and Yumehara and Reita. So yeah, now they're going. Obviously, we know what what type of, like how Yumehara is. She's just always, her heads are in the clouds, and she just, just in a drop of a hat, her feelings change. So so basically because of that, like stuff happened. Like she was trying, almost falling down, and Kaido kind of, not Kaido, sorry, Reita kind of helped her out. And I love the fact that when Saiki said that, no, but Reita is actually really focusing on Arisu, so his what do you call it? His mind won't be changed. So as soon as he thought that, Yumehara grabbed his shirt, and the delusion that he was having completely got shattered, and he's in his head, Arisu became the same Arisu. Like no extra special effects were there, and he's just like, wait, okay, this sounds better. Going along with Yumehara sounds better. But oh boy, we do know what type of a character Reita is. Like he just, whenever there's like some kind of a problem, he loves to run away and just leave everything and just run away. So there you go. That's what happened. And obviously Yumehara is a type of a character who actually, what can I say, is more affected, and her feelings change even more whenever these type of situations come in, these type of situations when maybe she's in danger and everything, someone comes and helps her out, that's how she started liking Kaido. So that's like one of the main ways you can get to her heart. So as soon as as soon as Reita runs away, she realizes, like, yeah, you know what, I'm a fool. And in the end, Kaido comes in and helps her out again. And I love the fact how the narrator says that from here onwards, all feelings and everything is disappeared from for Reita disappeared from Yumehara's here you go. So her feelings towards Toritsuka completely disappeared, completely, which means never ever again. It's zero now. So there you go. Oh my god. So yeah, what can you say? That's how it went. And so basically, I feel like the one who was at loss here was definitely Reta, because he lost Arisu, and not only that, like like he lost his chance as well with Yumehara. Yeah. Okay. Now that was that. The next one was obviously the training camp or whatever. And Nendo is here obviously because Nendo is his rival. Hiro's the rival, and the coach, like he's like one of those coaches who's like very serious, and like he's like is so serious about these type of things. And as soon as he looks at Nendo, he's like, oh, this guy's the one. I can see the spark in him. He'll take us very far. And they kind of do the laps and everything, and as always Hiro is like, why 50, let's do 100. And the coach is like, okay, let's do 105 then. And Saiki is like, oh, I'm done with this. And then they kind of do the whole tennis game, like Nendo's just smashing it, literally smashing it. And then they kind of like plan to have like a doubles, like Saiki and Nendo, while Hiro and that other guy or someone was there with them. And we see how Nendo was not even playing it properly. He was actually hitting it with the corners of the racket. And he's like, oh wait, you're not supposed to hit it with this part, you're supposed to hit it with this part. And like the coach is like, yes, my eyes, they were not deceived. This guy, he's the one. Oh my god. And then they start the match. And Nendo's just doing the whole whatever, teleportation, instant transmission, whatever you say, just moving from one part to another, and just like that, like his after image is like moving around. And while Saiki is just standing and Hiro's doing the same thing, and there's like they're playing the thing on their own. And Saiki's like, oh, the coach is like, you know what, if you guys lose, no, wait, what does he say? Yeah, if you guys lose, you're going to go in the what do you call it, the training camp. You're going for 1 week, and if you win, you're going to become the vice president or something, he said. And Saiki's like, yeah, both of them are bad. So he comes up with a plan. He's like, you know what I'll do, I'll hit this so hard that it's just going to go out, and seeing me play bad, they are obviously not going to include me into their summer camp, and I can go away scot-free. He comes up with a plan like this. So he kind of changes the trajectory of the ball, hits it, and he forgets that he can control ball when he throws it, but cannot control it when he hits it. So it just goes out to some random place, like it hits a boat or something, and everyone's like, oh my god, look at his strength. And the coach is like, all right, let's go. You're going to the summer camp. You guys are great. So like I feel like this was the only chance Saiki had of actually having a few extra time to himself. If he was able to come out of this, somehow, he would have gotten probably a week. But yeah, they had to go to the summer camp. Now, in the camp, almost at the end, he meets a random Mera, just fallen on the ground. She has eaten another suspicious mushroom, and Nendo has also eaten it, apparently. Now, they could go to the clinical testing, drug testing institution or whatever. Now, I love the fact that they actually explain what was happening here in the end, because I had a question. I was like, wait a minute. So if if there's nothing in this drug, what was that guy who was behind the door? They also explain it. So basically, at first they kind of, this was like a whole play, I guess. The whole them actually saying something like, oh, this is no harm is going to come to you, and then the other guy was like, oh, keep quiet, and brings him in and kind of whispers something in his ear. and like he was going to say something like, oh, this may have some side effects, but after listening to the other doctor, he's like, oh no, no side effects, which makes everyone suspicious. So yeah, this kind of a thing. Now this all was actually a play, which at that moment we didn't realize. I was like, we thought that, oh, this was actually a thing, like, it was really some kind of a dangerous thing, and they wanted everyone to think of that. So because this was all part of the play that they were doing, the whole placebo effect thing. So obviously Saiki is a little bit suspicious, and they go in. The medicine itself has like some weird colors to it. Obviously I'm like, what is that? That's not a medicine. It looks like some kind of poisonous thing or something. And again, that was all part of the whole plan. It was because of the placebo effect that they were trying to do. So they consume it, and next day Saiki sees both Mera and Nendo having different things, like different problems. Like Nendo's hand gets bigger. Sometimes they get like, they become older. Sometimes they become like, smaller. That type of thing is happening each and every day. And Saiki is actually reverting them back every day. And Saiki was like, why am I not getting like, sick? But you know what? I feel like even if Saiki ate that mushroom, he wouldn't get sick, because it's Saiki we are talking about. Like probably like just like him, in his body, the antibodies that he has are also psychics. They can also probably destroy any pathogen that gets in his body. So I don't think it would have worked either way if Saiki consumed the mushroom or not. But Saiki is like, like, oh my god, like these two are like getting so many problems. And I was thinking, like, do all the other people here who are here, are they also going through the same problems or something? And which we kind of get our answers to later on. Like, as like it keeps going like that, and in the end, like Saiki was like, you know what, today I'm going to change the medicine. He kind of changes it, and they kind of eat like, those things. And he's like, okay, now it should stop. But the next day again, the same thing happens. Like, Nendo has become old, while Mera has become smaller. And Saiki's like, wait, what's happening? I'm confused. And I'm also like, at that point, I'm like, yeah, what's happening? So that's not the medicine. And what is happening here? For a moment, I thought, was it the environment or something? Like, are they like doing some kind of a thing? But then I'm also seeing all the other like, people here. They are also like, having no problems. They're just fine. And it's so confusing. And then they come up with out with everything. The doctor is like, this medicine is actually a placebo. We try to get you to think that this medicine is harmful in order to check if that could cause changes in your bodies. And the other guy was just an actor. So this is all a play. And I'm like, oh my god. So okay, then why were they changing? Saiki was also thinking of that. Saiki was like, what the hell? Like, you guys can just say whatever you want to. Like, if that's the case, then why is like, this happening to these two? And they are like, oh, did you eat the mushroom or something? And that's because. And I love the fact that Saiki's face actually becomes clueless at this point. I think this is the first time I've seen him like this in a normal conversation. Like, he's actually clueless. He's like, what, mushroom? And it is the most emotion I've seen in his face. And he realizes what happened, and he's like, oh, okay, so that was because of the mushroom, not because of this. And mystery solved, everything is fine. So and they can also kind of explain how the mushroom wouldn't do much thing. They're going to go back to their own body after a few moments. So basically Saiki actually converting them back to their normal self wasn't even needed. They would have come back either way. So yeah. Next one is the license training camp. And like I said, this guy is really funny. This BKB guy is just like one of those like very passionate teachers. Like, he looks at other people and realizes, as soon as they meet him, he realizes which person has passion. He looks at everyone's eyes and he realizes, he's like, oh, this guy, he loves motorbikes. And he himself is a very what do you call it, emotional, he looks pretty tough in his outside, but he's like, in his heart, he's like that softy, that type of character. And oh my god. And then they start the whole training, and at first they start with the whole picking up your bike. That's where they start. And it's like, it weighs over 200 kg. And oh, wait a minute, motorbikes don't do motorbikes weigh 200 kg? I don't think so. So I don't know what he was using in his motorbikes. But either way, he's like, use your leg and push it up. And Nendo easily did it, and Saiki also easily did it, and that's why he was like, wait a minute, you didn't use your leg. And he's like, no, I used it. Saiki made a mistake here. He actually used his arm strength to pick it up, and he realized later on that I'm not supposed to do that because it weighs 200 kilograms. And he's like, no, you didn't use your leg, did you? And he's like, yeah, I used my leg. Now, what are you saying? Oh boy, and I love how at the beginning when Kaido wasn't even able to pick up the bike, he's like, dude, go home. And he's like, no, like I'm here because I love motorbikes, I want to practice, I want to do this. And he's like, oh, those eyes. He loves bikes. He looks like me when I was younger. It's like a random dude beside him who it's probably him in his younger days. And he's like, all right, go ahead. And then we see how Kobayashi is also struggling, and all the signs that he's seeing are actually signs once in his in his previous day he just used to beat up others with, so he doesn't know what those signs mean. All he knows is those are actually things that are used to beat people up. So he's like, I don't know what those means, and he's like, dude, go home. And he's like, no, I don't want to go home. I want to ride a bike. And he's like, and he just looks like me. It's like my twin separated brother. I see in these eyes. And he's like, all right, go ahead. And this part was so funny. I just loved his tone of voice combined with the way he was acting, and the whole BKB he was just muttering a few moments ago, at little intervals. And in the end everyone was able to properly do it, and he's like, guys, I'm so proud of you. And Saiki got his license, but while these guys will probably have to do a little bit more to get them, but either way they're on the right path, they'll do it. And yeah, all right, the next part, obviously Teruhashi and Saiki's date. Saiki brought Yuta with him, and Teruhashi is like, what the hell? They start moving around, and Saiki Saiki was like, thank God I brought Yuta with me, because look at all these people just following us around, and he knew something was going to happen, and that's why he brought Yuta with him. But Teruhashi is not happy about it. Teruhashi wanted Saiki to say, oh, that in not only in the roller coaster, in the haunted house, in the Ferris wheel, everywhere he wanted to do that. Now that Yuta is here, that won't happen. So they're like, she's like, what, okay, let's go to the rides. And Yuta's like, I want to go here, the hero show. Teruhashi's like, why did I come here? Why is he here? And she multiple times tries to go alone with Saiki, but Saiki has his recorder with him. He needs to record it. So there you go, the hero show starts. This who is this ginger guy, Ginger Man or whatever, El Ginger, yeah, this guy. He comes in, and he's a villain here. Now I've seen in I'm not quite sure, because I'm in these hero shows and everything in our country we don't have them, so I'm not so sure. But all that I know is from anime is that what I've seen is that they kind of play out the whole thing, the script, and sometimes the villain at first the hero loses, and sometimes what the villain does is comes to the audience, obviously the audience are mostly little kids and their parents, and grabs one of the kids or something, and is like, oh, you are my hostage. And the announcer kind of says oh, he's in a big pinch, what should we do? We should all call our hero, whatever hero there is. And then they kind of starts cheering for that hero and calling his name multiple times, and that hero comes in, and that hero saves the person and saves the hostage and the child. And that's how it usually goes. All that that's how I know from animes. And they were trying to do the same here as well. El Ginger here, he comes in, tries to grab Yuta. I love the fact that Yuta just pushes Teruhashi in. and El Ginger grabs Teruhashi and gets in, and And I knew something was going to happen because this is Teruhashi we're talking about. So El Ginger is like, oh my god, like, you know, like this girl. And Teruhashi's like, oh, please don't hurt me. And she's like, okay, I'm not going to hurt you. And I love how when, like, you know, he comes to his senses and he's like, no, okay, I should act my part. All the audiences, they're like, stop, don't do this. You know, like, and they're all protesting against him. Then finally in comes Ciderman, and Ciderman here is smitten with Teruhashi just like always, just like everyone. And he starts beating up El Ginger, but you know, El Ginger sees Teruhashi, and Teruhashi was muttering something. She was probably annoyed or something. She was like, what the hell? And I just want to go back to Saiki. Like, you know, that's what she was probably muttering. This guy, however, El Ginger, or Minoru, I think that was his name. Yeah, he's like, he's delusional, like, and he's seeing how like Teruhashi is saying something like, oh, defeat him, Minoru. And he's like, oh, certainly. And he just kicks Spider-Man in the face. Spider-Man loses immediately. Oh my god. And I love how everyone's like, Yuta's like, oh, Spider-Man 2, you're Spider-Man 2, Saiki, go ahead. And everyone's like, oh, you're Spider-Man 2, yeah, go ahead. You know, like, you should save her and all that. And Saiki's like, oh my god, this is a mess. And he goes in, beats up Ginger Man, or El Ginger, and like, you know, saves Teruhashi. Terahashi's pretty happy, you know, by the way this ended. So there you go. I guess in a way her dream did come true. And yeah, that's where it ends. Great summer vacation, you know. So yeah, so that was it. Thanks for watching. This is my reaction to the Disastrous Life of Saiki K, episode number 22. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next week with 2 episodes. Like I said, this week I'm doing 1 episode. Next week, 2 episodes again. 2 episodes of the Disastrous Life of Saiki K. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.